Hi, I'm Julie McCaffrey from the Chicago Botanic Garden, and we're here in the Green Roof Garden South on top of the Plant Science Center. And Emily Shelton's going to show us around some of the new developments they started planting.
They did. We started planting this week. We've had the designer in town to get everybody started. So we're here on the south roof. Everything up here is native, and this is more of the evaluation side. So
it's native to North America?
Yes. This is Opuntia, and you'll find it more in like central Midwest areas, but yeah, it has a bright yellow flower. The common name is prickly pear. We tried focusing in our plant selection a lot on more alpine type species, glades, more shallow rooted.
And what's the reason for that?
Our most shallow soil is 4 inches. You can see the different swaths, so it goes from 4, 6, and 8 inches, which is even the 8 inches is pretty shallow for a lot of plants.
And what is some of the monitoring equipment that we're looking at? What does that measure?
We have monitoring equipment. There's 3 stations in a row on each side, and there's also one on top of the atrium roof. We're measuring things like soil moisture, heat influx both from above, and it's measuring from what's coming up from the building, wind direction, speed, velocity, of course air temperature, humidity, pretty much everything that can be measured as far as the weather is concerned up on the roof.
So now we're here on the Green Roof Garden North. What's the difference in the plants that you chose over here?
This side is definitely more ornamental display than the evaluation side. Sedums are traditionally used in extensive green roofs. Extensive green roofs are typically 4 inches of soil or less. They're succulent plants. They're very low growing and shallow rooted. So they act like sponges on a green roof. They absorb a lot of that rainwater and then slowly release them.
Can you tell us about the different varieties that you have here?
Yeah, we actually have quite a few different cultivars of sedum. As you can see, there's many different colors, there's different leaf shapes, flower forms. Some of them are very low growing, some of them are a little bit taller. The one right here is a blue spruce sedum, so you can see it has that kind of bluish tinge. It almost looks like an evergreen. It's best to use smaller plugs. Imagine if you had a larger 1-gallon pot trying to plant into 4 inches of soil, it would be a little complicated.
Right. So I know you can propagate sedums from cuttings. Is it possible to just cut them and stick them in the ground?
Yeah, it definitely is. Sedums root very easily. So you can see where a lot of the sedums have broken off here. If we left them, pushed them into that media just a little bit, they got some water, they would probably root right in. Once they're established, they're very low maintenance. They don't require a lot of water. They form a very thick growing mat, so it doesn't give weeds much of a chance to get established either. You can see just by kind of spanning around that some of them are very low growing. Just over here, this blue-green foliage, that's a thyme. That's not going to get much taller than it is right now. Maybe an inch at the most. The flowers on it in the spring will stick up on flower spikes just a little bit taller than that, but that's going to stay very low. Over here we have Perovskia, Russian sage. It'll probably get to about right around 3 feet tall, and it has those real tall purple flower spikes. So there's quite a variety of height differences here up on the roof.
What are we looking at here?
This is Colaria, the tufted blue hair grass. So the grasses will just add kind of another visual element.
So the deck that we're looking at, this is where visitors will actually be able to see the green roof.
Yeah, all of the events and public viewing will be staged from these decks. They're pretty similar on each side. You can't actually walk through the beds unless you're one of the gardeners maintaining.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Emily. I appreciate you giving us a little tour.
You're welcome, Julie, anytime.